Hello, Tan. We are here because we want to talk about our current situations. On Tuesday, our players get back to the work after vacations. We have one new guy in the team, Jose Pozo, and tell us why we decided to sign the contract with these players.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me again. Obviously, it was a very long season. We had our ups and downs. We had our moments to achieve something very special for the club's history, and we came short. But our work is just starting again. So with our new ownership, Alex and I we're hoping to complete the process, and whatever is left off, we want to take it over, and then we want to take it to a next step. So coming back to your question, why did we sign Pozo? Jose has been a player that we followed for a while. Obviously, he was a key player for Śląsk, and we believed that we needed a creativity on the final third, and then more intensity, and also someone who can help us in the tight spaces, but at the same time someone who can help us in the occasions of more on the unlocking the game kind of. So he's been a leadership position in his club, and I've known him for a long time. And the way he plays and the personality and also the character, I believe that he will fit into our squad, because we have a very good group of people, players, and then they're like family. So we're being very careful with who we recruit, so that we keep that family dynamic and the strength of the locker room. And we wanted to give additional skill set to Robert to be able to use it on the pitch for certain moments of the game. So that's why we signed Pozo, and of course, he was available, and he wanted to join us. He wanted to be part of a big club, a club with an ambition, a club with something to achieve. So that impressed me a lot, and therefore me and Alex decided to sign him based on a quite intense interview process. So he kind of passed all these questions that we had, and Robert's questions and expectations. So we were all, as a group, including the coach, including ourselves, the management, we believed that he's going to help us. And it was a good opportunity for us, because many other clubs from Ekstraklasa wanted to sign him. But he decided with us, and I thank him for his decision as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What we can say about our next moves? We have a lot of rumors. People ask us about this. Fans can expect next transfers to the club?
Yeah, we are like, not every transfer should be accepted as a superstar transfer. Of course, we're talking to so many players. We're shortlisting a lot of players. But the key is for us the rebuilding the squad, because we have some players are leaving, mm-hmm. And also we have some players that needs to be challenged. So that's why some of our transfers going to be more improving the squad, but also we will be looking to improve certain positions with the key players as well. Mm-hmm. So we will be looking forward for more players. We're talking to, because of our president's relationship in Greece, we're talking to an interesting player from Greece that our fans already know, and we are very close to signing him. And also we are talking to some key players that are already been out there and being spoken. I can tell you that we've talked to Nawrocki, okay, from Celtic. We're talking to Luquinhas' club. We have more NDI, more or less. We think he will be a good player who can help the squad, to improve the quality of and the level of the squad. So we are in the process of talking to a lot of players at the moment who can just come in and make an impact and change also our club's perception and the way we play football. So, but I can tell you all to our fans that all the players that we're talking and the ones that are going to be coming here is going to be decided by myself and by Alex and also our coach as well.
How many players we want to sign in this window and when?
Ideally, we are looking to improve our squad with 4 or 5 players, but also our goal is to protect what we have now. But we are getting a lot of interest from a lot of clubs for our top players as well. So we would like to hold on to them, and then therefore, if it changes, then we have other plans to fulfill their positions as well. So 4 or 5 is more on the.
Okay, and we are looking for players for which positions?
We're trying to improve our defensive midfielder position, which we obviously Gamboa did an amazing job. But we need more skill. We need more, technicality from that position. So we're trying to improve that position. So more, NDI is one of them in terms of the physicality. But we will be looking to have more on the case of a more proven player on that position, defensive midfield, with more technical ability, someone who can function within the pressure moments and help us connect from defense to midfield very quickly, so that we can just accelerate the game and the intensity and the speed of the game. We obviously have a legend in the club who's actually he's our superstar, but we have to look into succession plan for him eventually. So one of the left and right wingers we're looking in, and obviously we're looking for other replacements in terms of the central defender positions. Luizao left. So we are happy with Luizao, but we can still loan him back. But the most important is if we can do better with someone who's our own player on the left central side. We think Borges also did an amazing job in that position, but at the same time we want to use him on his own position on the left back with Koulouris. So our goal is to have 2 players per every position that can fight for the starting and for the starting minutes. So our idea is to move Borges on the left back with Koulouris, and then have able to flexibility to use him on the left central defender time to time, and bring a left central defender who can just have more athleticism and help us play more offensive football and more higher on the pitch. So I'd say wingers, number 6, and a left central defender is our priority, and then we look to create some sort of a succession plan for certain positions, like Linus. We would ideally like to keep him for the long time, but in the case of if something happens to Linus, then we want to be able to have an alternative right back as well.
You said something about Luizao situations, but generally, can we say something more about the players who will leaving the club after the season?
I think currently, I want to thank here for Kurzawa. Rafa is just he just done amazing stuff for us. But when the time came, it came. So ideally, we are emotionally connected to all these players who helped us, achieve, cup final and fight for the last game for 3rd place. But we need to improve. So we need to. This is part of the process. This is what the nature of the football business. So we need to, bring more players that can take over those positions. So Kurzawa had left. We will have obviously Lisowski, Wojtek. We will offer him his position to be in the B team again and to be the leader, and hopefully that he can work on his coaching as well in the B team. And then Antoni Koulouris, which I said in our first time that we would like to keep him, and we made a very good offer for him to stay. But he wanted to change, and he wanted to find something differently and test himself in a different team, in different environment. So we respected it. So moving forward, we're not gonna put ourselves in a position where players don't feel comfortable being part of our club. Then they should be just, we're going to give them the opportunity to go and test themselves somewhere else. So sometimes our decisions probably will not work for us, could work against us, which in the past it happened. Some of the players that left and became very valuable players, and some of the players left and just didn't contribute as well as Pogon. So this is a part of the risk that we're taking it. But for us, the most important thing is to protect our club, our club's brand, our club's motto, which is we are a strong club in Poland, and we will fight for top 3, top 4 position all the time, fight for European competitions, and then and also we need to develop players. So if we keep all the contracts, or if we get emotionally attached to all of our players, then we will not be able to give chance to the players who are coming from the academy, who are trying to improve, who are young enough and need chance for minutes. And we will take that ability away from that. So we are, enforcing and supporting Robert to be able to have positions that he can use our academy players or young players, as well as the other players that we're going to bring in together. Korczakowski, yeah. So there was, when we first came in, I know the Korczakowski situation was on Darek Adamczuk and agreed with different financial terms. Mm-hmm. We believe that it's not the right type of smart contract. So we offered him a contract that is basically would help him to play, but at the same time earn money. But he decided to go somewhere else and try to test himself with the same amount of contract. So therefore, we also had to respect his decision as well. So again, I said to you, and I will say it all the time to our fans must understand and respect the fact that if someone doesn't want to stay here, we shouldn't be keeping them in here. So I'm not saying the players want to leave, but I'm saying that it has to work for the club, work for the player, work for the coach, and work for the ownership as well. So in this case, he decided to move forward, and we accepted it. So I wish him nothing but the best, and hopefully he can just improve wherever his next journey is. And so far that's it. I mean, we are trying to create a great clean environment for football players to come in here and not unite because of the previous problems or financial problems. Unite because everything is professional in here. They get paid on time. They get, all their problems are professionally solved, and all the projects are for them to play better football in here.
Mm-hmm. And Mariusz Malec,
Yes, Malec. Sorry that we should, not but the least. Malec is a great leader, but he had been having fitness issues and injury issues. So we missed most of the significant part of the season without him. Played without him. So we had to find solutions. We had to move Borges from his original position to secondary position because of it. Therefore, it became. It becomes a problem for through the end of the season for teams like us with tight squad that we have to invent things. Thanks to Robert, he'd done amazing by inventing all these things. That's why we really trust in him and his football IQ. But we need players fit. We need players who can perform. So therefore, we had to say goodbye to him because of his fitness issues, and we didn't want to take a risk on the injury problems during the season, etc. Injuries are part of the business, part of football, but we have to eliminate the risk. We can't just go into the risk. So, would we like him to stay? Yes, but at the same time, then we would have to take away this opportunity from someone else who's coming in and helping us. That's why we sat down with Malec, and he understood it and he respected. He's an amazing guy, and I will always support and follow him. And anything he would need, and we would be from our club side. We would just be there for him.
Benjamin Rojas also will leave the club, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, look, these are some of the players that came in as a loan. So loans are very tricky because you would take loan players to hope in the fact that they fit and they adapt, and then you just turn them into a permanent situation. With Rojas, it took him so long to adapt, and also, it's in coach's report that we needed better. So we're working on bringing someone better as well. So if we are very happy with Linus, he's one of the leaders of the team, and he had, regardless of all the offers that he received, he wanted to stay and be part of us, and complete the journey last year. So him being with us is our starter and is our leader. So why not we just bring someone else to learn from him, younger, and then develop with Linus as well. So this is why we just decided not to continue with Rojas as well.
Fans ask us a lot about Eftimis Koulouris' situation. What can we say about his situation?
Look, with that kind of a profile, Koulouris is someone as big as anybody in the extra klasa. He's the Golden Boot winner. He's done amazing things for this club. He loves the city. He loves the fans, and he's a top professional, and he's someone very ethical and a good competitor. So, do we want to keep him? Yes, but we have to respect the fact of football's norms. If someone comes in with a significant offer, and he wants to leave, and we are as a club happy, then we will consider it. Did we get a lot of interest? Yes. Are we getting constant, interest? Yes. So if I say we will keep him, it's because his contract is continuing with us. But we don't want to have an upset player either. So we would like to work with him a long time. Alex and I, we love him, and we believe he can just help us achieve a lot of good things. But in the end, this is football. We have to look at it from the professional perspective, and we have to make sure, in the case, it's like a bus effect, If God forbid, any of us in the club, we are a significant part of the club. If bus hits us, and then we lose our lives, somebody has to continue the journey and continue the business that's been done successfully in here and take over after us. So we always look for succession plan. We have succession plan, but we want him to stay with us longer years. So far, we haven't had any kind of an opportunity where I can say to you and our fans that yes, we are in a tough position. So we are in a very good position. So unless we have our own valuation, unless we get that valuation, we don't plan on making any moves on Koulouris.
And last things, do you want to say something to our fans before the season about our goals?
No, our goals are as always, that from the first day of our press conference I mentioned, and I will say it again. So we will every year develop one young player in here, from whether it's from our academy or whether it's an investment who comes into younger player role in here. We will continue to compete for top four, and we will continue to compete for European Championship, European competitions. And our fans should support us, and I love them because that's one of the reasons that I've taken a massive risk in coming in here, seeing the environment in the stadium, seeing the fans, how they're passionate, how they support, how they take ownership about the club. So it moved me so much that I wanted to be part of this organization and help everyone to be successful. But it's a process because we are new ownership. I've always said it, we're going to make honest mistakes, but I want our fans to support us, we're doing almost everything in the club to give them a best match day experience. We're changing the catering structure. Why? Because we feel that fans should be more entertained and feel special about themselves rather than just come in here and go on the queues, long queues, and try to get wait for the food in the cold winter days of Poland. We were trying to make them more special about coming in here. We're changing a lot of our seating structure. We're giving them more VIP experience to the people who are discouraged before. Now they should be coming in and joining us as well. We've done a lot of things in the cup final to motivate our fans, show our me and Alex show that we care about them participating rather than paying. So it became a little bit chaotic at times in the cup final time, and overall I think we were significantly present in the stadium and in the cup final, as well as think of it, the game was in Warsaw, and we were playing against a team from Warsaw, and we managed to hold the significant space in the stadium from Pogon. So. And that was also something very special for me to experience, seeing all our fans coming from Szczecin and going to our show, taking trains, cars, bus rides or flights, and then just supporting us for a cause. So we're doing a lot of things to appreciate our fans as well. And having said that, our job is not done. We're still, cleaning up a lot of past issues as well, whether it's financial, whether it's structural, whether it's also football related. I can guarantee you our fans should continue to support us because we're being open. The president is open. He's always talks on the social media, and then he gives his opinion openly to social media. But we will also not accept the fact that every criticism is well received. But we also smart enough to know the intention should be good for the club's success, not destroy the club. So our intention being open to our fans is because we want everyone to be part of it and present their opinion to it. But everyone should understand the fact that there's only one Pogon. So we either come together and make it successful, or we can, separate and then just criticize and point fingers at each other and create chaos in the club. So we're trying to avoid that. We want to create that unity for all of us. So I ask from our fans to just, continue to believe in us, support us, question us, definitely question us. But it should be in a positive manner, question us, criticize us to make the club better, not to create chaos or not for individual interest or benefits.